the car. He's sitting here quietly, which he's just breathing over there. So I'm gonna flip the camera around so you can kind of see where we're going, guys. We're in Hollywood on Hollywood Boulevard, and this is where the Oscars was up on the left side here in a little bit.
Yeah, guys, we're headed to Nickelodeon. If you haven't seen the new Netflix documentary, Quiet on the Set, it'd be great for you guys to see that documentary, Quiet on the Set. Hello, Raintology. Hi, Nico. Thank you guys for joining us on this journey of protecting another commercial building in the city of Los Angeles being endorsed, being sanctioned to adulticize children, putting kids in harm's way, putting childhoods ahead profits, because they have bastardized all of these childhoods by these people that, instead of finding how to abuse kids, maybe go find something else to do with your time. Instead of really pitching that you really care about things, maybe actually show some actions and not just platitudes in statements. Because if you guys didn't see, Alexa was reading the sanitized type of statements that are being used to, to purport that
Dismiss.
these people have anything under control. They have nothing under control. They've been allowed to just PR the way through everything while they get unfeathered access to children, while they profit off the backs of children. And you know what? There's plenty of examples. It doesn't just happen in Scientology buildings, believe it or not. Breaking news. That's right, Aristocat. Kids cannot consent. And that's what we're raising awareness on. It's like if the child doesn't have the capacity to consent, why are they getting ensnared? Why are people pretending that they are adults who can consent, who can make all of these choices for themselves? It's just
Horrific.
ludicrous.
I mean, once again, it's not just happening at one location or one studio. That's happening throughout all the studios. Their goal is to separate the parent from the kid as early on as they can so the kid can get emancipated, and actually they make more money off the kid that way. Hey, Tao. So it's quite sad just to see just where our world is. Where is the concern for taking care of the children, building the children's?
I'll tell you where the concern is. The concern is where Alexa is right now speaking to these executives, telling them one by one what they were responsible about, what they're responsible for, and how, yes, you put us as children having front row seats in y'all's operations. In what world did you think we were going to stay
Hello.
children our whole lives, unable to connect all the dots that we weren't able to connect back in the day when we were gullible and naive, when we would just regurgitate whatever these adults told us it was that they were doing to us. Back then, it was very easy to feed us whatever BS narrative. And you know what? It did work. It worked for a very long time until it didn't work anymore because, come to find out, plenty of people agree that child abuse is illegal and that it shouldn't just be government sanctioned, and that the LAPD shouldn't just be sleeping at the wheel, allowing for all of this disgusting corruption to just, thrive. Unfeathered, no worries, no problems. Where's the indictments, LAPD? Where's the indictments? Where's the protection of the kids? Where's your production literal record of protecting underage kids?
Hey guys, I feel like we're coffee and cars right now with Michael and Serge. heading off for a protest.
So
Where are we going?
I don't know, maybe you have to get off the live. I don't have the address.
Right there.
I said the address. We're not gonna be able to put it there.
Why not?
Sorry guys, we're back on. Kids matter to you guys. Thank you. LNTO, hello from Toronto, Serge, and all my beautiful friends. What's up, Toronto? What's up, Drifter Shelly?
Hey guys, I'm gonna get the map out here for a second, just to make sure we're going. So hang on. Be right back.
Dan Schneider, Wicked Creeper. No, man, I wasn't you. It was me who had to go figure out where we were going. So that's why the stream got buffering, because I had to get off of the stream. Michael's stream is now down because now he's having to look at the map. So every time we go on our phone and get off to figure out where we're going, to Nickelodeon animation, it goes like that. So thank you for your patience. We're gonna be there soon.
Hey guys.
Yeah, it's a great day to speak on behalf of other victims that were abused as well. Look, it gives you directions as we're going like that.
Oh,
We didn't even need that. Hi, Gerber. Where are we going? We're going to Nickelodeon. We're going to protest. If you guys haven't seen the new Netflix documentary, Quiet in the Set,
Quiet on the set.
check it out. It talks about Nickelodeon's culture of abuse, very similar to Scientology, another commercial building that is in the business of abusing kids and filming kids doing disgusting things, creating content. Imagine Scientology creates content using underage kids. Imagine Scientology also is all about role playing with kids. So, all of these studios that are all about utilizing kids as pawns in their schemes are getting called out, because it's high time they get called out, and it's high time for people to stop playing dumb. It's just what it's called, you guys. It's called play dumb. Pretend that you don't know what is wrong. You're gonna get off of mic or shit. And it's just unthinkable. Like, in what world are adults playing dumb when it comes to underage kids who depend on the faculty of said adults' critical thinking skills about what could be appropriate and not? Your thing is pressing on this.
I think it's over by, it's Disney, right?
So one day's Nickelodeon, the next day is Scientology, the next day is Disney Studios. All of these people preying on kids. How many more examples of broken adults do we have to see to start reining back this idea than Cahuenga.
How did you meet her?
Online.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we're going to the Nickelodeon protest, Nicole. Thank you guys for joining us on this protest. Um, the cat is out of the bag. These people have been abusing kids with impunity, and it's time to tell them no. Children are not adults. So put that on your notes, LAPD. Put that on your notes, Nickelodeon executives. Put that on your notes, Scientology executives. Children are not adults. Repeat, children are not adults. Quit playing dumb. It's what it's called. It's all that is being asked. If you were playing dumb for many, many years, then you know what? Stop. Alexa's reading the support letters for the PDF files. You know, no more PDF files being literally enabled by the LAPD. No more PDF files getting a pass inside Scientology hotels. Cahuenga. Oh, Cahuenga. Come on. They don't get a pass. They get a flunk. They get a reject. They go get a criminal attorney and start taking accountability for your criminal activities. That's what it's called. It's not called anything else. The whole world sees LAPD is corrupt. What an embarrassment. CLAPD, it's not earth rocket science. Y'all are the ones that have the power. Y'all are the ones that took an oath to uphold the laws. So where is the examples that we can find of y'all upholding laws to do with aggravated child abuse, which is a felony? And so where can we see examples of that being actually enforced in the city? 600, 134 East. Yeah. See you guys. Welcome to California. $6.19. Get your gas. Get your gas. Hi, Christy. We're heading over to Nickelodeon Studios to protest systemic institutionalized abuse of minors at an industrial size scale. So, thank you for joining us to protest with your presence, to protest with your likes. If there's 80 of you and there's 58 of you that have liked the stream, like it more because believe it or not, YouTube does not like this content being made. This is the type of content being censored, shadow banned, suppressed. Oh, let's really not talk about this. We don't want our platform connected with advocacy for kids. God forbid we're speaking on behalf of kids that have no voices. God forbid that Nickelodeon doesn't do Bob Hope. Continue to get away with all this BS because, the publicists, the crisis managers are, right about now contacting their little YouTube reps. Oh, hi, this is Nickelodeon. We're being protested. Can you, turn off the volume of some streams? Is that possible? Great, because, we wouldn't want to be pulling any of the content that we're profiting from together. I mean, literally, you guys, that's how these crisis managers work in Hollywood. Getting all manner of under the table deals, back end deals.
Some pop up.
So we're saying no to those back end deals by you guys showing up and
I just thought you guys
supporting.
be in here and supporting. And it just shows you that, when you least expect it, you're hearing about another location, another prison for kids.
It's just children for profit. It's like, you know what? Maybe don't do that. Maybe don't make children commodities to profit off of their backs. Maybe wait until they're older and they can decide how they want to spend their time doing stuff. Literally, maybe don't sacrifice more childhoods for no reason.
Right here.
No, I didn't see this. Didn't say to do that.
I saw an arrow going this way.
Maybe it is. No, this is not it.
They're not here.
This is not it. Need to be going straight that way. Yeah, it's very prevalent.
There.
It is psychopathic.
Here.
0.2 miles. Keep going. 800 feet. Almeida. It's prevalent because it's not spoken about, you guys. It's prevalent because it's made a taboo. It's prevalent because it takes children decades to connect the dots.
Well,
The
and
people
then
that did this to
decades
us were
to
familiar to
go
us.
through it.
This was not stranger danger. These were the people that we were familiar with. These are the people that we knew. These were the people that our parents said, yes, go get a deal with that person. They're great. They're wonderful. They're amazing. Aren't you so lucky to be signing a billion-year contract or a contract with Nickelodeon or a contract with whoever else wants to exploit kids in these United States with full impunity? If you have $1 billion in your bank account, turns out there's a different set of laws that apply. All of a sudden, aggravated child abuse is no longer aggravated child abuse. All of a sudden, it's called whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to distort reality with, sanitize it with words so that all of that abuse can just, be swept under a rug. A literal rug, it's all it takes. Oh, just sweep it under that rug. Nobody will see it. Oh, just make sure that they have billions in their account. Otherwise, it's not going to count. Niagara? Niagara. West Dalton.
Go that way now.
Yeah, just keep going. Um, now,
You guys, we're like on a driving course here, looking for the location. We're being told to turn around now.
to go to Alameda.
It's a. That sounds good. A hot dog.
Mm, we're in the valley.
Yes, we're in the valley, you guys. This is where I spent my childhood, is in this valley. Great.
Disney Channel next, yeah. Disney, Scientology, Nickelodeon. Big euphemisms that have a lot to hide. Oh, good. More protesters headed. Yeah, good, guys. The more the merrier. The more streams, the more eyeballs in 1.3. So just keep going. 1.3 going to be on our left. So there's California, palm trees. Jacob said, yeah, Jacob is coming. Jacob is everywhere these days. Flying by the seam of his pants.
It's here.
0.9 miles.
Seems like it's
Exactly, Marina. Isn't it great? This view.
so you picture this is like Burbank, and it's like where the western side of LA was.
Mhm.
You have the mountains there.
Nickelodeon coming up, you guys, on the left.
Where that's a cute little safari. Look at that. Where can you see? Oh,
Definitely the right street.
yeah, but I feel like it's way the opposite way. The studios are back the other way. The studios aren't out here.
250 arriving.
Really? Not right.
Arriving
That way.
1231 West Olive. 1231 West Olive.
So it's right there, that white building.
Yeah, I can see that orange sign.
Yeah. I gotta get more into Victory and
Scamelodian. There you go, you guys. Scamelodian.
so you guys can start seeing it on our left. This is big white building, and you see all the protesters right there out front. So I'm gonna pull
Right
over
here.
right here.
We're here at Scamelodian. Thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate all of you guys
You got your orange
coming.
hat. That's cute. I should wear an orange shirt. Okay, guys, we are here. Let me get this all situated back.
Here we are, you guys. Nickelodeon. Scamanol.
mouth is dry.
Oh, sorry.
It's Nickelodeon now. How do you feel about Dan Schneider? Tell me, how do you feel about Dan Schneider doing all that shit? And Brian, how do you feel about
Which ones are the TikTokers?
That's pretty fucked up, right?
Okay.
What would you do if you were head of Nickelodeon?
I don't want to seem like.
Yeah. Let's go.
Period.
Can we get your whole, isn't it like 3 you guys? Yeah. Hey guys, I don't know, I think spinning, so just hang in there.
Yeah.
Well, let's see you for a second.
But I see you. I love you. Oh my god, I was like, I see you. You made it. It's so nice to see you. Oh, you're the best. Love you.
Good to see you.
So nice to going through the motions.
Yeah, you know
I'm
what?
like,
Yeah. Dana? Yeah. Free. Yes. Yes. You want to get in there? I keep.
Today is the fourth stage in history at Nickelodeon for child stars. So I commend all of you because it's possible to do this because of all of your support.
in the virtual realm of things.
Alright, eat Nickelodeon on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Eat Nickelodeon!
That's right. Do you want to leave any more chants for a minute?
I'm going to. And then maybe I'll do one last one for you. But I think I did. I think I covered. Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you. That was. I don't even know how I feel. I feel like it's surreal, and I can't believe Dan Schneider apologized, but like it's not.
Kind of. Yeah, no, it doesn't count.
All right, let's just do one collectively together. Oh my god. Okay. I'm mustering up
A little bit more.
I keep going in and out of my signal.
Alright, and I'm back in the dress. But it's a little bit different.
What should we start with? I guess. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Power to survivors!
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 Protect survivors, not predators!
Protect survivors, not predators!
Protect survivors, not predators!
Protect survivors, not predators!
Survivors united will never be divided!
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 How many NDAs?
How many NDAs?
How many NDAs?
How many NDAs?
NDAs are not okay!
NDAs are not okay!
NDAs are not okay!
NDAs are not okay!
No more cover-ups! You can't shut us up!
No more cover-ups! You can shut us up!
No more cover-ups! You can't shut us up!
No more cover-ups! Y'all can shut us up!
Eat predators!
Eat predators!
Eat
Eat predators!
predators!
Eat enablers!
Power to
Power to survivors.
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 Eat Nickelodeon.
Eat Nickelodeon.
Eat Nickelodeon.
Eat Nickelodeon.
Brian Robbins, you're fired.
Brian Robbins, you're
Brian
fired.
Robbins, you're fired.
Brian Robbins, you're fired.
Dan Snyder, you're fired.
Dan Snyder, you're fired.
Brian Pegg, you're fired.
Brian Pegg, you're fired.
Andy, you're fired.
JC Andy, you're fired. Eat
Predators.
predators.
Survivors, not predators. Believe survivors, not predators.
We did it. We can do a third time now. This is like the next take. The next take. We did it.
Let's go over here.
Alex, any last words before we end here?
Yeah, you guys. They're great. They're great organized, and look at the little chicken. The little chicken getting
Too hard. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Well,
yeah, you guys. Shame on the parents.
I need to get my picture with you. Maybe. We got our EVA.
wait, this is amazing.
Right?
Here we go. One. Wait. Oh, my camera's dead. Using the phone.
Yes, with the slime. You guys should like take the slime out and be, I mean, it is a little messy. It's just warning that it is real. It's got little Dans inside.
Slime, full of slime, you guys.
Mouse eating Dan inside.
Imagine being an adult that throws this on kids with a straight face. And then everything behind that. Because it all looks fun and games until you realize children and adults shouldn't be mixing like that. Shame on you, Nickelodeon.
Shame on you, Nickelodeon.
Gross. Disgusting. Sick. Disgusting. Don't try to pitch that shit to us. We see straight through it now that we are adults. Now that you can't just pitch us any bullshit to buy. Nobody cares about your bullshit. Nobody cares.
In the streets.
Yeah.
Tell us about Brian Peck.
Brian Peck is a PDF file who abused an actor on set, a child actor that he worked with for months, if not years. He only got 16 months.
16 months. Isn't that great, you guys? You can just.
Out free.
Hold my portable charger. That's
Do
why.
whatever the hell he wants. He was still allowed, actually, after he got out, to work on set with
I didn't really
children
get to sit in on it because
again.
I said I'm
Disgusting. Shame on you, Nickelodeon.
And Disney. Shame on
And Disney.
and Richard for hiring him. Allegedly. I'm sure that they did. I mean, especially if you read their letters to the court saying that they would be honored to work with him again. It's disgusting.
It's disgusting. And it's like, it's all there.
I don't know how they sleep at night again, especially after, like Alexa said, they worked directly with Drake after they wrote those letters.
That's the thing, it's like information matters, and there's certain things that if you know them, you cannot unknown them. So if you knew about it, then how do you explain, oh, it's called judgment, it's called use your faculty, it's called use critical thinking skills, so that you're not protecting this, so that this is not what you're protecting. I mean, 16 months. I mean, imagine people have gone to prison for growing marijuana, but grow a plant and you can go for 2 decades. Exactly, but abuse a kid like this, and then all of a sudden in 16 months we got you figured out.
And then he was allowed to work on set again with children. That's the craziest part, is that he was allowed back on set.
I mean, the fact that there's all these like children's sets getting propped up, like really think about what in the hell you're doing. All this platitudes about, oh, we really care and we really make sure it's a great environment. You know what? When you're a child, you get told any type of BS and you believe it.
Especially because you're supposed to trust them. You're supposed to trust that the adults.
And you don't know any different, right? So whatever they pitch you, you go, okay, that sounds great. It's in my best interest. I mean, these adults wouldn't want to be doing things that are against my best interest. You don't think like that as a child.
And then whenever they grew up, they realized how much they were taken advantage of.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I seriously can't imagine being a young Drake Bell going into the courthouse and seeing all of the people that were there on Brian Peck's behalf, and then him just having his family, his mother and his brother. I can't imagine the disappointment.
So people were showing up supporting
Did you watch
him.
the documentary?
No.
He says specifically that whenever he showed up to the courtroom, it was the craziest thing of his life, because he shows up and Brian Peck's entire section was full of people there supporting him. He got 40 plus letters
Wow.
from actors and celebrities that were just
It's giving Danny Masterson on steroids, to be honest. It's literally giving Danny Masterson on steroids. Imagine we're talking about a child.
And then they victim blamed him and said that, oh, well, Brian Peck was just tempted, and Drake was, what was it that they specifically said? That he was, like, jailbaiting him. Like, that's disgusting. Why?
Well, you know what? I mean, I grew up in Scientology, so I relate to this same thing, right? It's like we were kids being tortured in commercial buildings. Miss us with what you call it. You call it Nickelodeon, we don't care. You call it Scientology, we don't care. Whoever has $1 billion or close to it in an account gets to abuse kids with impunity in the United States of America. Breaking news.
And the shows still air, and the kids, all of the stars that were abused on the set, don't get any residuals from it. It's literally all going to the producers and everybody who put the show together. That was pretty much accomplice in the abuse of the actors. It's horrible. I mean, and if you look at all of the actors, or a majority of the actors that came out of Nickelodeon and Disney, you can tell that they went through something when they were younger. Like,
That's the thing,
the same after what they went through.
And that's how we relate to them, because again, it's like no childhood can survive a normal adulthood if their childhood is stripped from them. If you get adulticized, like you have to become an adult as a child. That's not normal development. Hollywood or Scientology or troubled teen industry or Jeffrey Epstein, any of those that are doing stuff with kids like that.
So many people are destroyed. It's like, how were laws not made back then?
I mean,
how is it still something that can happen on a
The problem is that the laws are just a bunch of platitudes. The law says aggravated child abuse is a felony and a very serious one, right? We have Ruby Frankie finally seeing what it actually means when the courts really do mean to enforce aggravated child abuse. But apparently you have to be a 12-year-old that escapes in handcuffs for anyone to take you seriously, because that's the only way anyone will get prosecuted. So better luck next lifetime, all children in America that think that laws are here to protect you. Is just platitudes. It's called we enforce things as we see fit. Oh, you have $1 billion in your account? Oh, nothing can be done about you. You know, oh, you're R. Kelly? Oh, no, you don't have that much money. So you know what? Oh, Rico, R. Kelly, Rico. So R. Kelly's Rico, Nickelodeon is amazing, great, wonderful. How much money do they have? Do they have close to $1 billion? I mean, do they? I mean, literally, chat, Google it if Nickelodeon is worth more than $1 billion, because then they just can join the $1 billion club. We already have Epstein in there. We already have Scientology in there. We already have the troubled teen industry in there. All billionaires that got to do what? Abuse kids.
It's disgusting the way they want to get away with abusing kids because they have so much money and they're making so much money off of these child actors. Without the actors, without the children that are acting under them, there would be nothing. There would be no Drake and Josh without Drake. There would be the Amanda Show without. I mean, it's ridiculous, and they still don't make any money from those shows. I think that's one of the worst things. Obviously, not
I mean, the fact that they were even exploited and used in the first place, right? It's like the fact that those shows exist, and then to add insult to injury, they're still, playing dumb and pretending that their contracts. I mean, imagine being an adult that literally puts contracts on kids, and I'm sure those kids didn't have uh, the right
exactly.
lawyer looking at their best interest.
Have the opportunity because that's what they wanted to do with their life, with their career. That's
Yeah.
what they wanted. So they were just like, you know what? Okay, this is probably a crappy deal, but I'm gonna go with it because this is what I want to do with my life.
Kids.
And they get taken advantage of.
I mean, again, it's like that's the drug that is peddled in this city, so-called fame. As soon as you hear that word, run for the literal Hollywood Hills. Fame is BS. Fame is all of this cultish behavior with all these pyramid schemes set up of adults who sit at the top, full-blown predators, enabled by the LAPD, enabled by the literal FBI, as if you don't even know FBI. Give us a break. Like, you didn't protect the Epstein victims. You didn't protect the Nickelodeon victims. You don't protect the Scientology victims. You don't protect the U.S. gymnastics. Who do you protect, FBI? Who? What? Don't you all get six-figure salaries at the FBI? Last we heard, y'all are paid to do what? Y'all are the ones with the power. Like, literally, you cannot connect a dot. You get paid six-figure salaries, and you cannot even connect a dot at the FBI. Oh, crimes against children are very complicated. Well, isn't that great for all these predators that literally exploited kids? Seriously.
Yeah, this is my phone. My chat saying goes exactly what
Sí, sí, sí. What's up, Jacob? Traveling fast.
Yeah, it was
What happened with the?
it was mostly just a continuance. So April 23rd is going to be the next date. They brought him more papers today with detailing more incidents. So he was expecting to be able to get a continuance, and he was. I know that there was also the only other major update was that it was moved from the 7th floor to the 3rd floor, and the department it was going to be in was with somebody who was not a judge. They were just a commissioner, and I'm kind of still learning even what the difference there is between the different legal authorities.
Okay.
But now it is a judge who is overseeing it. Today in court, Francois Coster's lawyer was there. Leah Sapien, I think is her name.
Oh, Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyer, aka Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyer. You guys, I mean, this couldn't even write itself. So good one. Imagine they are going to Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyer, as if we haven't been calling them out for child trafficker enablers that they are. So just in case you thought Danny wasn't enough, Francois, then on top of that, there are a bunch of child traffickers. So if you didn't know that, if Danny didn't tell you that that's what they were into, well, now be advised. That's all it takes to be advised. That's all it takes for you to know, figure it out. Kids couldn't consent. Celebrity Center was full of inappropriate things happening right across the street. So Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyer, you guys, isn't that great that this just keeps giving Epstein on Epstein on Epstein? So she shows up and says what?
The only other thing, so I wasn't actually sitting in the courtroom during the hearing because DOA asked Mindy and I if we would be opposed to being called as witnesses, and we both said no, we'd be willing to. But witnesses were asked to stay outside of the court and just wait to be called if necessary, which didn't end up happening today. I guess they had a trial that was happening in that same room in the after lunch break, so they needed to kind of get through it quick, which is part of why we were pretty confident we were going to get the continuance. So Mindy and I both indicated that we'll be called as witnesses if necessary. So we'll be there again on April 23rd at 8:30 a.m. But other than that, no other big updates for the day since I wasn't in the courtroom while it was happening. But we're looking forward to putting all this behind us real soon. I know Scotty more than all of us probably, but we'll get there.
And it has to be understood that, as long as you're protesting Scientology, there is nothing in the public record that indicates that they will ever back down. If you look at exactly what they did with every single protest that has ever been launched against them, they have the same exact playbook. Everything you see right now is everything you can find they were doing a decade ago to Lisa McPherson people, to Anonymous, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is. It's the same playbook. Harass, attack, ensnare people in, BS litigation. I mean, they have unlimited funds. So that's where the BS really lies. The fact that, again, where's the protections for the First Amendment? There isn't any. There isn't any because it's only, they can go First Amendment to the nth degree, to the point where they don't want to be told that nothing. They want to be so independent in those hotels with zero oversight. Well, how is that really working out for all those people with zero oversight? Because they're committing felonies left, right, and center inside a hotel. Now, are they all signing up for that? I don't know, and I don't care. That's where they end up, from having zero oversight. There's no checks and balances.
Thank you, Serge.
All right. Now we need one more shot. We need the money straight shot.
Sorry, I got a little distracted by this at the end there.
No, and I think that was, we finished our point.
Heck yeah.
So you gotta put that on your arm, record this.
I think she needs a lesson.
Hold your arm out and just screw. Oh my God. Yes. Money was spread. There you go. You know what I'm saying?
Where's your doggy?
I left her at home. I was telling him I worked last night, so I'm running on fumes. I didn't have to deal with her too. She's easy, but I'm glad I left her at home. It's hot.
Yeah, no, it's hot for her, but this would be really hard.
She would love it. She loves it.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm gonna tag you It's a wrap. My favorite color. Yeah, I made a fucking another video that popped off. Very cool. Yeah, so we about to just be here yelling for another 20 minutes. We gonna make something by the end of the night. Yeah. Appreciate y'all.
I was like, what's the money scrubs? I don't even do money. They taught me.
In the video, I didn't see you.
Watching the Defiant Horse, that documentary. I don't know if you guys seen it, but there's 4 episodes.
What's up, Confident Chris? Look, more ducks. We found another new location unlocked. Nickelodeon is full of ducks, adults who don't give a single fuck. So, new location unlocked, you guys. Look at this. Another commercial building abusing children with full impunity, with full approval of the state of California. As you can see, they're flying their flag there, loud and clear. Endorsed by America and California. Fully sponsored child abusers at Nickelodeon. Literal PDF files. Literal PDF files. Having a jolly old time, protected in California, protected in the United States. If you have $1 billion, go ahead and traffic all these kids. Top Hollywood fixers, you guys. Look FBI. Look FBI. Look at this. Oh, look FBI. Your whole work has been done for you right here. Look, for the people at the FBI that are too busy doing nothing, here, look at the photos. Okay, look at who is abusing who. It's all been literally connect the dots. Just connect all of these dots. Here's the fixers. Look at that. That's all it takes. Stop Hollywood fixers, all these so-called PR crisis managers. Y'all are a disgrace. Y'all use words. Scrambled audio tapes? What's that? What's that about?
When they take people's audio and they scramble them for their statements and other things so they can impeach the witnesses and the victims. And they also get paid afterwards, too.
Anthony
Not
Pellic.
always hired in the beginning, also paid afterwards.
I mean,
Private jets.
private jets. It's giving Epstein, another private jetter. Private jetters that abuse kids.
Private jetter. When I'm saying these things.
Well, but these ones, we're not ostracizing all of y'all. You know who you are. How about that? You know who you are.
Conning predators, do it in public, how she went down and
Blackmail. Look at that. Nickelodeon and Scientology love blackmail. All these kids are all ensnared with blackmail. Workers, more enablers,
Their friends, their family.
people that see it all.
Any eyewitnesses or documentation. No more fabricating documents or tapes.
Fabricating documents and tapes. Y'all get that?
Yeah, no more. And going to different states, making interstate phone calls and stuff.
Whew. Sick. So sick. Nickelodeon. And look, California flying their flag right above the building because apparently this is very highly endorsed. California corruption right there. California corruption right literally there.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be riding the cars.
Ooh, can I get a few of that too? I got a little bit of inside, but I didn't get to see these ones.
Really, it's super blunt, but it's really just that we love Dan Schneider, man. We felt like we could definitely add our own word to this and really get just do whatever we can for our fair.
What's your guys'
Did you guys want to say a couple words about the change you want to talk about documentary?
Zero tolerance. Zero tolerance on the booster page.
Oh yeah, booster page.
I go by Kwame. You can find me everywhere.
Oh, people in the chat are saying they follow you guys.
Awesome.
My favorite color. Appreciate y'all. Love all y'all.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So we've had a lot of voices speaking out on social media channels to talk to YouTubes, and I'm really hoping this
Yeah,
story
this next out, we're gonna be over here.
We've seen it with Brittany also, and you know, kind of one of the first things that I came out with
I think that I was like
documentary on Hulu, and so I feel like this next documentary could actually bring about the same type of mainstream support that we saw in the Brady movement. That was something that really validated a lot of the protesters, what they had been saying for years, and now we have something of the same caliber, HBO Max, just discovery, investigation, covering this topic, and I'm hoping that it is the pinnacle of change here for this movement. People are calling it the Me Too movement for kids, and I would like to see it go towards a bill and legislation to be passed through the Senate, just like Chris Clinton did. So I'm going to be following the Predators. I know she's been saying the same thing, Alexa Nicholas, so please send support. Everything is possible because of everyone together. What you're doing now, just supporting people's YouTubes, leaving a comment, leaving a like, watching, it does help. It helps a bigger cause. This is a collective issue, and when we all come together, that's when we see change. So don't think that you're too small. Don't think that because you don't understand like legal jargon that you can't learn, because you can. There's education on this app right now. So I'm proud of all of you guys for educating yourself, following independent media, because this really is so important. I've seen so many headlines in mainstream media that was just misinformation and sometimes straight up lies. I've seen it with Britney Spears. I've seen it with Elijah Bruce. And that's why it's important to follow and people on the ground floor, you know, just sharing their supporting Nickelodeon protests.
Alright, man, y'all know how this shit goes by now. How y'all gonna go about this? How about you?
it was wild.
Also,
We should have brought the umbrella. Should we get it? Or is it gonna... Are we heading up?
You ready?
I don't know. I'm not even rushing.
Okay, let's do it.
I will get that umbrella right here. Well, I have the keys, right? Okay, you guys, we're gonna go get an umbrella because it's like the sun is to die for the sun. So yeah, it's been very interesting talking to these protesters and seeing the awareness that is coming up in regards to the plights of children, that the state of California has all been about, you know, really playing dumb on the whole thing, whether it's children being abused in hotels by Scientology, or if it's just Nickelodeon getting their way. Hi, Lara. She's in the chat, you guys. I'm gonna... Here. It's just the sun is so hot. And where we are directly is where the sun is. So I'm just got a little umbrella. A parasol. Burberry in the house. It's necessary. Burberry is necessary. That's the quote, you guys. It's very necessary. Oh, this is so much better.
Somebody should rob your house.
I felt
Let that little girl sing,
and I felt bad that
Right, we get like a watcher's guilt because we were such big fans of the show. We almost feel like by us watching you, that we then want to exploit them even more.
You guys were also exploited.
Right, right.
You were children.
Absolutely.
We were
We were the target demographic, right? So it's not. It's like we know it's not our fault, but we still sit with that guilt.
Now I'm looking at
my job is to
this nigga thought blocking me on Twitter would do some shit. It's gonna make it back to your dumb ass every time.
watching all of this. Because I didn't watch I was like, wow, this is all very everything. We even see it getting bullied on set. In one of the scenes, it was
Like literally, it's so much. It's just so much.
and it was one or two isolated incidents, but there was so much. Yeah, that was on air. That was disgusting to watch. I can imagine
Let's come right here.
watching TV and saying like,
Alright, John, can you record this one too?
And for it being questionable for so long, and then to find out in the documentary that the writers confirmed that he actually knew that those jokes were sexual in nature.
and then they used it as, oh, Dan just had the funky.
I posted that shit on January 1st. You had all the time in the fucking world, nigga. I still ain't seen no money spread video.
Not tell that they knew it was sexual in nature. That was shocking, not surprising, but again, you don't want it to be true.
Is there some? Are you live or is this?
Yeah, we're live right
We're
now.
live. Is it okay if I?
Yeah, I'm
Okay, so Josh, why have we not heard from you? Like, I get it, you don't like Drake because of all, like, we all feel conflicted about Drake. But like, dude, like, why isn't your speaking out? Just like of any kind of sport. Like, you guys obviously were coworkers a long time ago, but like, you gotta say something. Like, come on, Drake and Josh. Just saying. Like, your silence is loud, bro. Just saying.
Meanwhile, we got money spread videos and progressive moral compasses.
No. No, grab that mic.
So yeah, you're gonna defend Dan Schneider and you're gonna defend like That's all I have to say.
What's the question, Pamela? Silence is complicity. Yeah, okay, you can put the question up. I'll read the chat. I'm looking.
At bare minimum. Bare minimum.
Three, we go, Brian Robbins, you're fired. 3, 1, 2, 3.
Brian Roberts, you're fired.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for W Teddy Fresh Fits.
Oh, Teddy
We love
Fresh.
it. Shout out to the family.
Family.
Shout out to the family.
Y'all give a hand right
Oh, if there's any child actors here, well, Alexa's a child actor. Alexa's a child actor. I don't know if there's other child actors here other than her right now. She's sort of like the voice of the child actors.
When you start recording, get
It shows how much power we have, right?
I was watching real nigga shit, like Big Town Rush.
that, ironically, Dave, how do we do that once the bill's passed and once we've done everything?
Yeah, we want.
You was never on it. Yeah, I'm about to say something about it. I fuck with some of this stuff.
Yeah, Michael's over here interviewing Alexa.
Yeah, but it had many times happened with me there. Yes.
Thank you.
He's amazing.
Started protesting
Yeah.
Scientology.
You guys are cute.
There's gotta be like a new.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, no, I know.
No, we really like it. Yeah.
No, you guys are so cute. Like a force
Yeah.
to reckon with. I love you wearing the orange hat right
I
now.
know, I love it.
How are you liking this child movement that's going on right now? Isn't it kind of badass?
It's literally
We're getting
a
our
long time coming. Yeah.
And not enough even yet.
Yeah.
Like just the just the
It's just starting.
just starting.
Because I've been with him for over 5 years now, and I heard him 5 years ago, and there was nothing out there.
No, there was nothing.
There was
And
nothing.
then you
He
said you came
hasn't
here
stopped.
alone 2 years ago,
Yes.
right? You were just you and just you two?
And then no, people showed up.
Oh, people showed up.
People did show up because it was like right around the time that like Jeanette McCurdy's book released. And so then I came here and people did show up and then people did take notice, but like within the industry, like people thought I was so cuckoo. Like people did not think I was, people were like, oh, Alexa, she's always talking about something. It's like, why do you think I'm talking about it?
Yeah.
Because it means something and
Right.
it matters. Like I'm not out here physically to talk about,
Me.
yeah, like come on. Like why would I even, I have 2 kids too. Like why would I? Oh my
Good, how are you?
This is amazing. I promise I won't. You always come in the like high style.
You know what? It was in the car. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought it was like Louis Vuitton for a second.
No, it's Burberry.
It's
I was
just
like,
Burberry.
damn.
It's just a little Burberry.
Serge got to show out.
He always does.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to. So is Nickelodeon $1 billion empire?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's like surprising that they've like continued that like level of momentum and success. But there's always kids, there's always kids
Right,
content.
and that's what I was thinking, because I was like asked years and years ago to design the awards for them,
Really?
and it was just wild to see all the kids and the adults and the whole. It's just like
What for their like?
it was like the awards, yeah.
Wow. What do you design? What do you?
I'm a designer. Yeah.
Do you do like sculpture work or something?
I do sculpture work. I do all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But it's just crazy to see like Scientology. It's just.
Well, and the reason they're asking you about the billion is because recently I realized that as long as you have $1 billion in a bank account, there's a different set of laws that will be applied.
Right.
Epstein, Exhibit A, Scientology, Exhibit B, Teen Industry, Exhibit C, Nickelodeon, Exhibit D. It's like all it takes is to have $1 billion, and then all the laws will be looked at and interpreted in completely different ways. You know?
It's strange too because once it becomes a brand and it's not just like an individual, the like culture surrounding that, it feels like almost invisible. Like it's a structure that's like an idea. And so it's like, how do you take down an idea? Obviously you have to expose it.
But what's been so interesting about what she did today is she was speaking about who that idea is, right?
Exactly.
They're called people that, believes or brands don't commit crimes.
Yeah.
It's people at the top of the pyramid scheme.
Right.
Scheming is what it's called, like
They are scheming.
grabbing kids and doing what everybody knows they're doing. It's like, and that's the whole point, right? It's like once you know information, you cannot unknow that information. So all of these people that you guys have here in this literal posters, it's like, these people knew. These people were the problem. and then everyone acts like they weren't because why?
It's like a revolving door of people too. Like just like how when L. Ron Hubbard was, he passed away. It's just like, okay, someone else takes the throne, does the same type of status quo, if not worse.
Where they get under these names and these environments, and they think that they're invisible and they
Right.
can't be seen by the public. And most of the time, they're not seen by the public. The public really doesn't see what these people are doing on the inside because they've got this big name on top of them. So they protect.
Well, but it's weird because even as a culture, like somebody was just mentioning, it's like all these horrible jokes that were being passed as, oh, it's so normal and whatever, and it's like they weren't normal jokes. They were disgusting. Like,
I've worked in like corporate structures before, and there's no excuse for what this behavior is. Like healthy work environments, they prioritize their employees. You have like professional relationships. They prioritize your mental health.
boundaries.
Yeah, boundaries. They want to like actually get the best out of your productivity and your experience. So like for these companies to essentially just keep using like litigious language to like bypass their criminal behavior, it's just like exhausting because like, dude, this is not like normal.
Well, it's exhausting that the FBI and the agencies they don't have their head completely up in their ass looking at it all, but they don't. And that's what's exhausting, is to look at that and say, where the hell are you guys taking care of these kids? It's all around the world in so many different places, and they just
As long as it makes money, it will be protected. That's
all.
literally the message. Like, it can be as criminal as anybody wants. Doesn't make money, then yes, it can go.
Did you get to see the doc yet?
No.
Okay, well if you do, obviously it's a triggering experience, but
I'll watch it.
It's a factory. You know what I mean?
It is a factory. That's all it is. That's all the movie business has ever been, is a factory.
Like when you see that, it's like, it's really fucking.
Well, but it's like, but then think about Scientology. It's like, we were making content. We called it audits, but it was video recording. It was patterns. It was drill it on a doll. It was, this is what you're going to say when you get in the room and you start doing this content. It's all this.
Like everyone's like playing a weird role.
Yeah.
It's so tough.
And you're using all of those role things with kids that everything goes above your head, and you do only perceive the sham that they're pitching you because you have no capacity to understand anything above that.
And like the hierarchical structure of it too is like when you have somebody and they would put kids in, just like Scientology, kids would be in positions of power, but then it would be leveraged against them. Like they would, like adults would manipulate the kids.
Well, the kids would and what would happen is the kids would manipulate the parents so much that the parents would re-manipulate the kids. So it's just like this vicious cycle that these kids. I've worked on many of the sets when I was younger, and I saw this in action. I was never a regular on a set, so I never really got to see the behavior as a regular star on a set. But I was on recurring roles, and I got to see some of this systemic, SA against kids. Over and over and over. I worked on Silver Spoon, and what was going on in Silver Spoons was a whole other story.
What network was Silver Spoon?
Universal.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
You're amazing. Thank you for the water, for always showing up for us and being there.
Stick around, but yeah.
Running on empty.
I was just checking in with some people in my chat.
Jacob, what's going on in the chat, Jacob?
They were asking
Bye.
for recaps. What are we protesting? What is this
Love you
about?
guys.
And I
I'll
was
see
like,
you
okay,
soon.
folks.
Cheers.
Go back to the beginning of the stream. Are you leaving?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, bye. 1 sec. Bye, Kat. I was letting them know, like, you can go back to the beginning of my stream, and I talked about it in some more detail there. You can click Alexa's link. I linked to ePredators' stream in the description too.
Serge, are kids emancipated in Scientology?
Yes, you are.
Well, you sign away your parental rights when you join the Sea Org as a kid, right?
The parents.
So you don't have to go through a court to get emancipated?
Nope. Not in Scientology.
It's just a document.
Yeah. In Scientology, they just had to sign this.
Is it legal?
I mean,
like it's not like a legally binding emancipation. Like they're not actually.
I mean, I didn't have anything in the court that if I would have left the hotel and I would have been stranded in the middle of the street, there would be no document saying I'm an emancipated kid, right? Like there would be no record of that. So what type of BS are they really having signed?
Right, because they think like if something's written down or something, then it becomes the law or whatever.
Right. If it's written, it is true. And again, it's like this grooming over parents and incentivizing the parents. And again, it's like it's very hard in this industry as well because parents were making money off of their kids. They become relevant because they had the kid.
Yeah, but most of them are their like kids managers and stuff.
Well, look at Drew Barrymore. I worked with her before. Her mom just I mean, they had fallen
And
out
we basically
because
just
of
set up,
that whole
kind of
situation.
spoke together, processing the documentary.
Danny Masterson with
They
his
take
mom.
they take their money.
It was Carol Masterson, Danny's Masterson's, agent, and Giovanni Ravisi, the same thing. Gail Ravisi, another momager, and all these momagers commoditizing their kids, pushing them to this so-called fame, and then it's trafficking. It's called trafficking. It might look cute, but it's still called trafficking. And you guys get it as parents now. It's like, okay, if it's our generation that's saying like stop this cycle of abuse, then whatever. It's like maybe it was normalized at the time. Well, you know what? It's not normal today. We're in 2024 now. Maybe stop doing it. Maybe figure out something else that doesn't involve.
How would you feel like you hear that Dan like apologize or wants to apologize or whatever? How would you feel if you heard like David Miscavige say that?
It's just that, this idea of apologizing, it's like, we need to first of all stop the abuse happening to other kids. Like, misses the apology. Like, we're not pressed. Believe me, like, apology, like, what, David? Oh, who cares? Are you still abusing kids right now as we speak? Yes, then it doesn't mean anything. Your apology can be, no kids are here anymore. That's my apology. Okay, then I'll take that apology. And then you know what? Do whatever the hell you want to do with the adults. Same with Nickelodeon. Like, they can dress up as children and role play and try to sell themselves. Don't use kids. Make yourself pretend that you're a child. Like, see if anybody wants to watch your disgusting selves. Because it turns out that it's not what kids need. So don't say that you're doing this because, we really care about kids. Like, what? Like, you're going to throw, like, overly sexualized jokes and you really care about kids? Like, make it make sense. Like, you talk from every side of your mouth.
Yeah, you're treating them, you're projecting your adult mind onto a child, which is like...
It's just not... Yeah, it's just unacceptable. Like, they don't know that, but we were curated because they could do it, right? Like, Alexa was good at it. I was good at... It's not anybody can qualify for it. And that's the sickening aspect of this false prodigy that they were creating out of us. Because it's like, we're going to be proud. Everybody, you're so special. You're so wonderful. You're so... And you bought into that fake narrative of fame, right? It's like, I'm famous. I matter. Look at all these adults salivating over me.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, no shit. Like, it's like, did Drake do this, jail baiting or whatever? It's like, kiss our fucking ass. Miss us with...
my mind when I heard
Well, and it's like, when you see that, it's like the culture hasn't changed. It's like all they're doing is crisis managing. Like, what do we say that stops these protests? What do we say that makes them go away? And it's like, we're not going away. You're still doing everything the same. So you haven't repudiated anything. You haven't learned anything. And you're just still at it, gaslighting and manipulating us. But, we are those kids that saw it all. So now we cannot unsee it. So that's where... apologies are worthless. Like, stop, lock up this building, shut it down.
Did you see, it was so sad, Brian Peck, like, he weaponized his orientation. Like, he made it that if somebody was to criticize his dynamic with the kids, that it meant that they didn't accept him for, like, his queerness. And it's like, to take that where people are actually experiencing being ostracized for their orientation, but then to use it to get closer to kids.
It's just literally like what Alexis called him. You are a predator. Miss us with your... What is your... We don't care. You're a predator. A predator's a predator, a predator. Who cares the sexuality of a predator?
Right.
If you're abusing kids, that's all we need to know. That's all that should have been. That's all that should have been in question. It's like, you're doing inappropriate things with kids. You're a predator. That's what it's called. So that's it. Like, that's all it is. That's all you are. That's all you ever will amount to ever. Going past that point, it's like, there's a point of no return once you prey on kids.
just gathering nail signs. I'm gonna put them up.
Oh, you're so kind. Did you want to take one home? You want to take mine? Any sign you want. Unless Alexa doesn't.
Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you so much.
Hey. Were you at the first protest?
The first Nickelodeon protest? No, I wasn't. That was before I really knew Alexa.
Okay.
My first protest where I met Alexa was the Scientology protest.
That's so crazy. I still forget that because it feels like you guys have known each other forever.
It feels like that to me too.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's the first one. You weren't at the one at Big Blue.
The first one, no, that's right.
Yeah, I met you at the Celebrity
Yes,
Center one.
that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
And I was able to help her a little bit with like writing questions that we could potentially ask people who we knew were going to be at the second one. So, yeah, it definitely feels like it's been longer than like 6 months that we've known each other. But
Yeah.
But yeah, I've gone back and watched the stream from the first protest though, and Alexa's got away with words. As do you. You can definitely do a really good job. Just taking the information and running with it to communicate it to people who may or may not be in the loop.
Well, you know what? And all the expertise we have is a front row seat at their dysfunction, right? It's like, and we were kids and we were adulticized, so we see things that we wish we didn't ever have to see. And now we have to communicate them because everyone's playing dumb. You know what I mean? It's like, and if we don't communicate it like that, they will play dumb until hell freezes over. They're in no rush to confront the facts. They're in no rush. It's against their best interest. They couldn't care less. They want to purport that they're everything but what they are, predators. It's what it's called. Like, anything else is gaslighting. Like, you did what you did. We saw it with our own eyes. And now we cannot unsee it. And now we need to stop that being done to kids. Because, I mean, again, it's like they haven't stopped producing shows. They haven't stopped producing the same, stop cannibalizing childhoods. That's what it's called. Like, let the kids be kids. Let them discover who the hell they are. Don't tell them, oh, you're this, you're that, you're nothing. Like, fame is bullshit. That's what this town sells, and it's toxic because of it.
Did you see the documentary, Quiet on Set? It's brand new. I was just listening to like the second half of it while I was driving last night, but it's I knew it was going to be brutal and disturbing, but it's weirder than I anticipated.
I mean, I was just finishing the one of the troubled teen, and then this one drops, and I'm like, it's like I have to space it because it's like my brain engages with every detail of it. So it's like, but I'm like, I'm here.
Take it in.
Well, I'm here to support, but and this is all just developing. All these facts are coming out, all these truths are being said. It's like the truth corroborates itself. Like, we all went through this. Like, whatever they project on us, that we're the unhinged ones and the crazy ones. You know what? We are, thanks to y'all. But what we're saying is not unhinged or crazy. It's the fact that they're not disgusted with themselves that should be the problem, not the fact that we have a problem with what was done. But that's all we ever get, right? It's like, you're the ones with the problem. Like, yeah, we are, but for different reasons.
Well said. Yeah. Well, seeing all these folks out here, hopefully we're headed in the right direction of making change and getting some actual justice and actual accountability.
Thank you so much again.
Yeah.
Here's to hoping.
Well, it's independent journalism of these lives where people can watch what's going on and see things as they develop. And it's like, yeah, you have our commentary, but y'all are seeing the same angle that we're all seeing at the same time. So that's where this, that's where news should be heading. It's like, you want to cover it, be there live, show every single aspect of what you can. Imagine if journalists were there live streaming Gaza 24/7. Like, imagine that. It's like, what could they be getting away with concocting bullshit about all this garbage, legal schmiegel? It's all they go. These words that sanitize and purport to be all about this or that. It's like, you know what? Miss us with the blah blah blah. It's like, we'll strip it down to the basics so that we'll tell it to you like children, so no one can misunderstand it.
That's the way to do
you know. Yeah, and it's great to have artists join the movement. I see these guys are doing a lot of art and stuff with this, so the more it gets exposed, the more you know.
That's right. CTS, they still going? So Alexi there, she is still here. Doesn't look like she's still right now. Looks like the actually started chopping the blood test is right. So, but at first I was like, oh, this is kind of like well, but I wanted to make sure that I got enough information.
I have a trust name.
Science. I don't even knew who Dan was 12 years ago. And CTS, is this in Florida? Oh yeah, Lexi answered. No, this is in LA. CT, I believe that
Disney Marina, yeah, Disney also sucks. Literally, it's just like a suck fest with these people. Yeah.
Now you're in real life.
I was about to say,
wasn't that long ago. Last summer. Yeah, it was.
I know. Well, Alexa, I think it's actually way more in a line with him, but like she's just more of a like self-awareness on nights when
All right, you guys. Well, there it is again. Nickelodeon being protested. Thank you guys for joining us, and I will see you all really, really soon. Bye bye.